Hi, I'm Greg, and welcome to My Gregarious World. Please click the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when a new episode is released. My wife Karen and I were up very early to catch a morning flight out of Cleveland Hopkins to Newark International Airport. Typically, we like to arrive in the Embarkation city at least one day before departure. But since we're going to be gone for nearly a month and didn't want to drag our luggage from the airport to a hotel in New York and then to the cruise port, we took a chance and booked tickets to fly in on the day of embarkation. The worst case scenario would be to meet the ship in Halifax 2 days later. It's about a 1.5 hour flight to Newark from Cleveland, Ohio, and thankfully we had an on-time and uneventful flight. After collecting our luggage in Newark, we called an Uber to take us to the cruise port. It took about 40 minutes from the airport to get to the cruise port in Midtown Manhattan. The cost was about $75. We dropped off our luggage with the porters before entering the terminal and began the embarkation process. Remember to tip your porter, typically about $1 to $2 per piece of luggage. Weeks prior to boarding, we filled out all our information online, including downloading our photographs. Although we arrived at the terminal at our scheduled time, 11:30 a.m., the line to check in was long and very slow moving. It took us nearly an hour from our arrival time to board the ship. There was a lot of confusion while checking in, and there was talk of computers being down. We didn't anticipate such a long and difficult check-in process because the last time we were on a Norwegian cruise on the Sky, back in September of 2023, we had the quickest and best experience checking in that we have ever had on any cruise line. It turned out to be a long morning of traveling and waiting in line, and we were both getting hangry by the time we boarded. But all was forgiven once we were on the ship and able to get a drink and bite to eat. We decided to head up to the 8th deck and go to Ocean's pub. I was expecting it to be crowded, but it appeared that most people had headed to the buffet. Since Karen and I aren't buffet people, that worked out great for us. I ordered a Peroni beer and was notified that even with a drink package, we'd have to pay tax on the drinks we ordered until we left port. This wasn't a surprise to us. We had to pay the same drink tax while in US ports on our last cruise with Ncl. But it's nice that the waiters and bartenders advise of this tax when taking your drink order. For my appetizer, I ordered a half dozen chicken wings with buffalo sauce. They could also be ordered with barbecue or sweet chili sauce. I suggest ordering the wings extra crispy. Karen ordered the loaded nachos, but received the spinach and artichoke dip. It was no big deal that the wrong item was delivered, as we had 23 more days to order the nachos. We enjoyed both appetizers. For our main course, I ordered a blue cheese burger with fries and a pickle spear. It was very good. My wife had the Coney Island hot dog with melted cheese, chili, onions, french fries, and a pickle spear. We took our time and had a nice, long, leisurely lunch. Early on, it was announced that all rooms were ready. The ship was empty during its 3-day trip from Miami to New York City, so the crew had already cleaned and prepared all the cabins and common areas. The ship was pristine. Since our cabin was just down the hall from Ocean's, we stopped by immediately after lunch. Although our luggage wasn't delivered yet, we hoped to put our valuables in the safe. Unfortunately, our safe didn't work. Since the crew was busy getting people fed and checked in, we thought it was best if we took care of our safe issues first thing the next day. Instead, we went outside for the sail-away party. The party had already started by the time we arrived at the pool area. There was a DJ playing dance music. People were dancing and enjoying the sunny but chilly weather. Some were in the lounge chairs, trying to get a bit of a tan, even though the weather wasn't fully cooperating. Then the horn blew and the ship started to move. A few years ago, we were on another cruise that left from New York City, so this wasn't a new experience for us. Still, there isn't a more spectacular sight than sailing down the Hudson River, passing by all those skyscrapers and the Statue of Liberty. As we approached Lower Manhattan and the Freedom Tower, it became very windy and the temperature seemed to drop quickly, so I put on a warmer jacket and hood. After an up-close look at Lower Manhattan, it was time to make our way to the starboard side of the ship to see the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. As we were leaving New York Harbor, we saw the famous Staten Island Ferry. It was a nice photo opportunity with the ferry next to us and the Statue of Liberty in the background. By the time we got back to the cabin, our luggage had arrived and we began to unpack and shower before dinner. The bathroom in our cabin was larger than expected with a lot of storage space. Also unexpected was the size of the shower. It was full size with a glass shower door. The more than adequate storage space in our cabin was unexpected. We couldn't have been happier. Although it had no view, our window was much more than partially obstructed. We were very satisfied with cabin 8582 and our room attendant, Anthony. We went for a later dinner that evening at one of the main dining rooms, the Summer Palace. For our appetizers, I had the French onion soup with Gruyere crouton and the Greek salad with marinade feta cheese, cucumber, tomato, red onion, olives, oregano, and lemon. Karen had the cream of cauliflower soup with cauliflower florets, toasted almonds, and chives, and the crispy crab and cream cheese wontons with sweet chili dip. For our entrees, Karen ordered chicken piccata, a pan-fried chicken breast with lemon caper butter sauce, roasted tomato, sautéed garlic spinach, and rigatoni gratin. I ordered the grilled tilapia with quinoa, arugula salad, and lemon olive oil dressing. In addition, we shared the sautéed shrimp scampi with lemon artichoke pasta from the entrees menu. We were both really pleased with our appetizers and entrees. For dessert, Karen ordered the honey creme brulee with crispy almond wafer. The caramelized sugar on top could have been thicker, but it really didn't have that crunchy topping you look for. The flavor and velvety texture made up for the lack of a crispy topping. The warm chocolate lava cake with strawberry compote and stracciatella gelato was also delicious, but the chocolate inside wasn't melted enough, so the lava didn't run. I still enjoyed it and would order it many more times during our weeks on the ship. That evening, we had some drinks and enjoyed playing slot machines in the casino, but we made it an early night after a long day of travel. We were at sea on the second day of this cruise. We needed to take care of getting someone in to fix our safe today, but first, breakfast. We had breakfast in the Summer Palace. We both had fruit salad and ordered from the daily breakfast features. Karen had biscuits and gravy with pork sausage, sawmill gravy, and grilled tomato. I ordered an egg and avocado wrap with scrambled eggs, Monterey Jack cheese, avocado, and bell pepper, all wrapped in a flour tortilla, served with tomato salsa and breakfast potatoes. After breakfast, it was time to finally take care of getting our safe repaired. I had been carrying our money, passports, and valuables with me since we first boarded the ship, and that just wasn't practical. We returned to our cabin and called the front desk to send maintenance up to repair our safe. We were told that someone would be there to fix the safe within a half hour and not to leave the cabin because we had to be in the room while the safe was being repaired. We waited and waited, but nobody came. After about 90 minutes, I called again and was told that the security guy was just down the hall repairing someone else's safe and would be there soon. After another hour of waiting, I called again and demanded to speak to a supervisor. While I was waiting, the security supervisor showed up and determined he had to replace the safe. The actual replacement of the safe took less than 5 minutes, but we waited in the cabin for 3 hours to get this done. Not impressed. Finally free to explore the ship and get some fresh air, we went to the Great Outdoors bar at the back of the ship and enjoyed a drink, some sunshine as the Pearl made its way to Halifax. Then for lunch, we went to the Summer Palace. For appetizers, we ordered Italian wedding soup with chicken broth, beef meatballs, pasta pearls, and spinach, as well as a bistro salad with ham, Swiss cheese, hard-boiled egg, mixed greens, garlic croutons, and red wine vinaigrette. For our entree, we both had the spaghetti carbonara with smoked bacon, parsley, and creamy Parmesan sauce. And for dessert, I again had the warm chocolate lava cake with strawberry compote and stracciatella gelato, and Karen had the tiramisu with coffee sauce. We then took a nice walk outside and made our way to the Spinnaker Lounge at the front of the ship for cocktails. Karen and I really enjoyed spending time in this venue. We loved the quiet atmosphere compared to the atrium area, which was usually crowded and loud with trivia games and booming movies playing on the big screen. We ate dinner in the Indigo restaurant. The Indigo and Summer Palace restaurants serve the same menu. For her appetizer, Karen ordered the Scotch beef barley soup with beef brisket, pearl barley, carrots, and celery. This soup was terrible, with a greasy broth and no beef brisket or pearl barley to be found. We usually look forward to our soup during lunch and dinner because it was always fabulous. This one time, it was a big fail. I had the smoked salmon tartare with capers, herbs, and grilled sourdough bread. For her entree, Karen had the herb-crusted rotisserie chicken with broccoli and mashed potatoes, which is available daily from the classic entrees menu. There was a huge amount of delicious chicken on the plate, and we ordered it several more times because it was so good. We shared the shrimp pasta alla vodka with vodka tomato cream sauce and shaved Parmesan cheese. I had the broiled Boston bluefish, a mild white fish with olive oil, smashed potatoes, portobello mushrooms, pearl onions, arugula, and garlic brown butter. For dessert, Karen had Cherries Jubilee with vanilla ice cream, and I had chocolate mousse with Devil's Food Cake at the base. After dinner, we went to the 9 p.m. show in the Stardust Theatre. Isabelle Commandeur was the performer. Isabelle is a winner of the Netherlands version of American Idol and put on an entertaining show that we really enjoyed. She was one of our favorite performers during the entire cruise. Tomorrow, we will arrive in Halifax. See you then. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when another episode becomes available. Future episodes will include a review of our first repositioning cruise on the Ncl Pearl, the specialty restaurants that we tried, our favorite appetizers and desserts, the martini and mojito bars, ports we visited, and more.